Hey everybody, the irony of doing this video on camera is not lost on me. I'm just going to jump in and say I do suffer from a degree of paranoia. I don't know if that's a mental illness in and of itself, or a result of another one, or something neurological or physiological, because it does have causes in any of those bases. In my case, I'm just putting it down to other aspects of my general mental state. I don't think that I suffer from any paranoid mental illness in and of itself, but I do believe it's as a result of other things that I suffer and things that I have experienced. Now, first off, paranoia isn't just they're all out to get you. It's not just that. That is a large and usually overriding theme behind paranoia, is that feeling that everybody is out to do you some form of harm, or certain people are out to do you some form of harm, or just in general there is some form of harm coming. But there are other aspects to it. In my case, I frequently feel like I am being watched by someone or something or a camera or whatever. And it does disturb me. It does occasionally impede my ability to sleep when I'm thinking that there's someone peeking through that tiny crack between the curtains to watch me while I'm trying to drop off. I mean, obviously, I know there's no one there watching me. I know there are no cameras around this place watching my every move while I'm house-sitting for my friend. And yet I'm still convinced there are. And I tell you, that dichotomy of knowing you're not being watched while believing firmly that you are, it does mess with your head a bit. I feel myself lucky in that I just have the constant feeling that I'm being watched, which I can override. You know, while it's still there, I can just tell my brain, no, it's not, that's not happening. Just stop thinking like that. And a lot of people with paranoia, they can't do that. They can't shake or get over that feeling that they're being watched or there's something out to get them. I still get it quite severely at times. I recently did my CBT for my motorbike, and it was with a new person that I'd never done it before. And I called them up, I booked them. It was not some huge well-known name. So immediately, when I was given a domestic address to turn up to, I thought, hang on, are they going to mug me? Are they going to rob me? Have they just got this set up so something terrible can happen? Of course, I know that's not going to happen. It would be ridiculous for someone to set up a company so that they could mug you, and then you can say, oh yeah, by the way, here's why it happened. I booked my CBT through these guys. Might want to start there. So I know that's not going to happen. But it sort of triggers that intrusive thought. And again, we're back to the subject of OCD and intrusive thoughts there. There will be more on specifically intrusive thoughts in another video. I'm just sort of trying to psych myself up for that one. But that's my situation. I used to be a bit worse with it than I did. I'd always wipe my browsing history and my cookies whenever I'd been online, even if it was completely innocent, which, of course, more often than not it was. And I'd tape over my mobile phone cameras and my tablet camera and any webcam devices. I still actually get a little bit nervous about the Xbox One Kinect because they were trying to push that onto it as mandatory when it first came out. So I still turn that over so it's camera down when I'm not using it. That's one of my little quirks that goes along with it. But at least now I can just have my phone out with the camera out and go, you know what, if anyone's watching, sod it. You know, what's the worst that can happen? If they are watching me, they're gonna know what I look like. Oh God, no! And again, you're recorded when you step outside. If you go outside to town, the chances are you're on CCTV dozens of times before you've even got to the shop. And for me, getting over it was sort of that realization of, no one cares. No one's going to hack my phone or my computer so that they can look through my camera, and if they are, then they're not going to see anything worth seeing. Yes, okay, I'm on CCTV several times a day if I walk down to the shops. So what? Those cameras are there for if I decided to mug someone, and if I did decide to mug someone, I'm glad those cameras are there because I deserve to be caught. I would deserve to be caught. I would deserve to be caught if that was the sort of thing I did. I don't. I never will. I'm not that much of a bastard. One problem is that this is another of those conditions that people seem to make light of. It's a case where everyone thinks, oh, it's paranoid, oh, everyone's out to get me, oh, things are going wrong, 5 little things have gone wrong today, the world's out to get me, oh, I'm on that CCTV camera's watching me, oh, the government's after me, oh boy, no, oh no, I've had to put my phone face down because I don't want the CIA agent to know what I'm doing, and just sod off, it's not like that. If you actually suffered from it, you wouldn't make light of it, because it basically does put you, again, in a constant anxiety situation that what's seen is going to be used against you in some way, even if it's entirely innocent. I mean, that is one worry that I've had, that I'm going to be seen on CCTV 10 minutes before a mugging goes down round the corner, and all of a sudden I'm going to be prime suspect. That's one of the reasons that I'm nervous about being recorded. Obviously, since I've started doing camera things, then I've got better with that, but even then, that's the sort of thing I'm getting over. But let me tell you, even if you are being watched through CCTV and your phone camera and your computer's webcam, unless you are a terrorist or some sort of militant activist, you've got nothing to worry about. A CIA agent watching you through your phone is going to just be sitting there going, wow, this guy is watching another 8 hours of TV. Oh, no, he's walking down the shops now. Oh, he's bought a pot noodle. That's riveting news. Let's watch him go back. I wonder what he's going to do. Oh, boy, he's put the kettle on. He's having a pot noodle. And when it comes to cookies on your computer, the worst they are doing is watching where you go so they can send you advertising. You know, absolute worst case scenario for the average person is it's some malware that's doing some cryptocurrency mining. Reinstall your computer or get rid of that malware, job's done. And when it comes to browsing history, I apologise for putting it this way, but the government doesn't care about your wanking habits. Yeah, they don't care what porn sites you visit, what fetish sites you're part of, and the sort of videos you watch. And I will admit, in some ways that's actually quite disturbing, because even the people who've been watching the illegal stuff generally only get found out when they take their computer to PC World for repair. I mean, obviously I'm not going to call there for routine surveillance of people's browsing histories, because that is a slippery slope. But I know it sounds unrealistic, but it is possible to overcome it. Yeah, you're always going to feel like it, but you're not going to believe your own mind about it quite so much anymore, and you're going to be able to get back to a semi-normal semblance of a routine life. So I'm going to leave you with that little saying, just because you're paranoid doesn't mean they're not out to get you. Which is true. That doesn't mean they're not out to get you. But also don't assume that that means that they are. Well, sorry it's been a little short one today, guys, but my tablet takes about 3 hours to render 6 minutes of video now, so I'm going to have to leave it there. See you next time, guys.